Take one. Hey folks, today we are talking about how to add a bass track to your Soundtrap remix project. First thing let's do is kind of check in and see where we're supposed to be so far. So I've got 3 tracks in here that are sample tracks. I've got my hi-hat. Let's start playing this. And I've got this electric piano sample. And I've got this track that I chopped up. This is a little vocal track. And right now I've also got the cycle button turned on, which means that I can hear my 8-bar loop over and over again. Remember, don't go past the end of bar 8 right here, because that's how most producers do it. We do things in 8-bar sections, 8-bar loops. Let's turn on this drum track that I also added in. Give it a little more energy. Okay. And what I'm going to be doing is adding in a bass line. So I'm going to add new track. Let's add, let's see here, go to bass in 808. Let's see here. I've got a little mini keyboard hooked up. Good. And I can see my notes on the screen. That one's okay, but I don't think I like the way it's gliding, so I'm going to change to a different bass sound. Oh, and any of these will be probably fine, but what's all around 808 sound like? It's a little harder to hear on this laptop speaker that I'm using. Let's try this one. That one's kind of punchy. I sort of like it. All right, let's go with that. And I'm going to go back to my main screen. And the main job when you're messing around with bass is to experiment around with it a little bit. So I'm here on my little mini MIDI controller, but you can also use the laptop keys as well. For this song that we're doing, One More Hour, it's in the key of C minor, so there's going to be some good notes to use. So that's, let's see here, C, E flat, F, and G, or on the laptop keyboard, it's Z, D, V, B. And those are some of the notes that might sound good with the song, but you really have to kind of experiment around with it and see what sounds good. I'm gonna hit the play button right now to do a little experimentation first. How about like... And yours can be quite a bit different than mine, but the whole point is to experiment and see what sounds good. You always got to listen back to it after you're finished recording and see if you like it or not. All right, I'm going to hit record and lay down what I just did. Here we go. Get a little countdown on the screen. All right. Let me try that other pattern. You'll notice if you have the cycle button turned on, your Soundtrap will automatically stop recording once you get to the end of the 8 bars. You also want to make sure that you have at least one note that starts right on beat 1 in that first bar, because that's going to make it a better sound. All right, let's hit play and see if we like this. Okay, so that first note was a little late, I noticed. Here, listen again. Yeah, that was a little late. I wonder why I was a little behind there. Anyway, one thing I can do is actually, I don't know if you saw that, I can double click on the region, and this pulls up a thing called a piano roll. And each of these is one of the notes that I recorded. And I can go in and actually change the note timing. I noticed that one was a little bit behind the beat, so I changed it a little bit. All right, let's see if it starts when it's supposed to now. Hit play. And if I don't like the instrument sound, I can go into the instrument tab and change the way this sounds. So I can change it to, oh, I don't know, Junk Cleaner 808 or CEO 808. Let's see how those sound. Yeah, and on my tinny little laptop speakers, unfortunately, it's hard to hear the bass. But if it doesn't sound low enough, you can always take your notes and say, okay, I want to drop this down an octave, edit, change pitch, down 12 is going to make it sound lower. It's the same notes that I used before, they just sound lower. Let's see if I can hear that. Actually, I kind of like the way that sounds. All right, and as always, continue experimenting. Whenever you do a recording, definitely press save as you go, and make sure that you are turning in your Soundtrap link here. Put that into Google Classroom on the assignment for today to make sure you're getting everything turned in correctly. As always, let me know if you have questions.